if you're joining from home, we use some essential oil here, perhaps a little bit of lavender or some women's balance. And then come down to settle. So if you're already there, we'll start lying down. We have lots of props for this class, but we're not going to use anything now unless you want to have a little cushion for your head. I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to arrive and to settle. It's very warm in here today, so if you feel like taking your arms and legs out a little bit to let your body cool off. And if you want to feel a bit more grounded, you might take the soles of your feet onto the floor and your hands just lightly to rest on your body. And you'll feel the rise and fall of your breathing. In this practice today, we're going to move towards our yoga nidra, which is a deep rest practice. Before we get to that, we've got some somatic movement, some yin yoga for meditation, and also some restorative yoga. The clue in the name, the idea is to restore our energy today. So if you'd like to set for yourself a simple intention, you might already have your hands resting on your tummy, your heart. You might want to close down your eyes. And choose a very simple phrase in the present tense. I am. And then whatever word, like a seed intention, I am here for presence. I am patient. I am kind. I am resting. Choose whatever word resonates with you. Hear yourself repeat it in your head 3 times. And then we'll add our first movement today. So take your arms out to the side in line with your shoulders. Bend your knees so your feet are on the floor, a little bit wider than your hips. And we're just going to take a very gentle movement where the knees flop down to the right and the head gently turns to the left. And you're going to move your right leg first, that right knee lifting up as the head comes back to the center. The right thigh bone moves the pelvis. And then your head goes to the right and the knees go to the left. Move just the left leg. Notice the point the left thigh moves the pelvis and you're back in the middle. Have a little rest. Close your eyes. And then continue this movement in your own sort of lazy way. So you can take your hands up a little bit. You can rest your hands on your body. Just allow maybe your eyes to close and allow this movement to continue using as little effort as possible. And I'll be leaving periods of quiet in this class so that you can really be inside your body, feeling rather than looking. You can have your eyes closed for most of this class if you want to. What I'm interested in is you tuning into the soma senses. That's touch, feeling of where your body is in space, your proprioception, and then also nociception, which is how we feel sensation. And you might have some niggles, some healing going on. That's why you're doing this practice. So you can send a little bit of the light of your awareness there. If you're still moving in this way, go as slowly as you like back to Shavasana. Stretch your legs and arms out and relax. And we'll bring ourselves into a little joint releasing practice now. So whenever you feel ready, we're going to work on the left leg first. We always do left side first in SYRN. So your right foot is on the floor. You're going to lightly interlace your hands around your left shin bone and relax. Relax down. Let gravity press gently into your hip. Maybe squeeze the knee towards the shoulder, and then very slowly slide the right leg out along the floor. You're going to press and release a couple of times with this left knee. The press and the release, very gentle. And then start to move the toes of your left foot and your ankle. Let the foot circle around. And then we start to move with a little effort, the knee going right to left, rolling across your back. Keep your shoulders passive if you can. And from here, you're going to take the knee into the right hand and very gently roll across into a twist. Roll all the way over onto your right side, and then lift your left arm up into the air. Let the left arm float up past your ear. You might want to have a little stretch here, or you might relax the left hand, the elbow and the shoulder. Have a breath here and soften. And then in your own time, the left arm floats back up. Keep it passive. Gently open that left arm out. At some point, the left knee will float back, up, and you'll come out and back to Shavasana, maybe with your legs and arms a little bit wider. And close down your eyes and stay inside your body. We'll make the same shapes on the other side. So bringing the feet to the floor, realign yourself in the middle of your mat. And I know some of us are working with some hips and some knees today, so do take care of yourself. We always send some light and some patience with the healing that's going on in our body. Take the right leg in, interlace with the other index finger on top. Lightly hold shin bone and soften. Let the weight of your bones gently take this hip into a little bit of compression. Relax into the belly, slide the left leg away. Start to gently press and release on that right leg. And wiggle the toes. Circle the ankle, point and flex the foot. And then the movement in the hip as we use our arms, hands, to take the knee from side to side. It can be very slow, very gentle. And then that left hand is guiding the leg across the body. As the right hip is lifting, the right arm floats into the air. You can use a support, a cushion or a bolster for that right knee if you need to. Relax your head and then let this right arm that's in the air float about. Maybe you stretch it past your ear. Maybe there's a stretch there, or maybe you just keep moving that arm, feeling into the sensation in your shoulder. This is the somatic practice that I've been doing now for a couple of years, and a really old muscle tear injury that I had in my shoulder, so a long time ago, many years ago. It always just had a little niggle, and from doing this kind of floating, relaxing the muscle movement and leaning into the sensation with curiosity, it now no longer, I don't even notice it, it's gone. Your body is always working to heal. We just have to give it the right conditions. So gently take the right arm back out and let the weight of that shoulder, maybe roll the right knee back. And go slowly and with as much lazy slowness as you can back to Shavasana. Maybe close your eyes, keep all of your attention in your right shoulder and your right hip. Now we're going to move both knees in towards us. And we're going to hold maybe around the knees or the shin bones, and just a very gentle rock from side to side. And you're almost balancing here as you rock onto your left hip. Your right shoulder and hip might lift. And then you rock onto the other side. And some of us will do this in our own way, very slow. And some of us will explore like a happy baby. Maybe the soles of the feet come towards the ceiling. You might hold your feet if you can reach. You might allow the feet to come apart, so there's a bit of compression through your back. Any variation of this that feels interesting or comfortable. And then we allow the feet to land. And we allow the knees to knock in, and we come back to the movement we did at the beginning, noticing what's different, gently swaying. Do you have more awareness now in your body? Is there a sense of loosening, or can you feel more connection? There's no right or wrong in yoga. No wrong answers, no right answers, just the experience. And we're going to come now to the yin posture. So whenever you feel ready, you might roll onto your side. Take a little bit of time there if you want to curl up for a few moments. And if you feel very tired at this point in the practice, that's very normal. Somatics often reveals to us that we are in fact exhausted. So good news, we're resting. So a few props for this one. I'm going to use this block. If you're in the room, you should have everything there. If you're at home, rolled up blankets, towels work really well. And I'm going to place a folded blanket over the block, I'm going to sit on it. So if you are in the room and you want to turn sideways on your mat, so your heels stay on the mat, we're going to have the legs out to the side. So I'm putting this just behind me. I'm going to sit on the block to elevate the hips, and then I'm going to take the feet out. Yeah, exactly. So you can face whichever way you like, that's it. So before we come into this, you've got options for other props. Now you can lean in. So if you wanted to make a more restorative option, you could use your bricks and build like a little incline for your bolster and kind of find something to sort of lean against. Yeah, so that's quite a nice way of doing this. If you like a more sort of challenging yin yoga practice where you're working on your flexibility and you want that feedback, so strong sensations in the body really focus our mind and take us out of that anxiety, that worrying about things. You should have any extra padding if you've got hamstring issues. If you want to bring a cushion under your knee, you can do that, a little blanket there or the edge of a cushion, especially if you've got anything going on in the body. Yeah, that's a really good idea. We want to support the healing process. So you can come forward slowly. I'm going to set the timer. I'm going to also play some sound. We've got 5 minutes here, so I'm going to be quiet in this one, as this is a meditation. If you're coming forward, you might eventually rest your head down. It might take 100 years for that, that's okay. And when we've come towards the last few moments of this, you'll hear the chime, so you can be in meditation, you can close your eyes. And you'll hear the chime when it's time to come out. You can come out very slowly. So if your mind wanders, the moment I stop talking, tune into the sound of your mantra, your affirmation that you set at the beginning of the practice. And hear the word or phrase that you used on a continuous loop slowly. That will anchor your mind into the present moment. And if you are really focusing on the strength of holding what might be a little bit uncomfortable, that might be your meditation focus. So again, I'll be quiet. If you're in the room, I'm here. If you need any help, I can bring you extra props. And those of you in the restorative version, softening all muscles. If you're in the more challenging version, a little yogi toes, a little tilt of the pelvis, and then yielding down. Letting go. Slowly beginning to move, perhaps keeping your eyes closed. And you can come up really slowly. When you arrive up, so your shoulders are above your hips, just lift your chin and lean back just a touch. So you feel that slight sense of vulnerability. Yeah, good. And then we'll bring the props off to the side. We're going to counterpose here, bringing your legs together. You can go slowly. Sometimes after the yin posture is where we start to feel, how strong it was. And then bring your feet out in front of you and take your hands from the outside of the hips down to the inside of the knees. Yeah, yin works not just on that meditation focus, but on the connective tissue, encouraging more synovial fluid for the knee joint, helping the body to heal. So for the next one, we've got a few more props. I'm going to show you a setup and you can follow mine exactly, or you can adapt for yourself. And if you're practicing at home, I know some of you have got the same props that we've got, but if you haven't, you can improvise. Cushions from the sofa, pillows from your bed, towels from the bathroom. So for this one, we're going to have the incline of the bolster. So you're going to set that up, and if you've got two bolsters, you can crisscross them. So you can have one bolster this way round, and then the other bolster that way round with a block behind. If you've just got one bolster like I have, you're going to make an incline with the blocks underneath. So one is on its lowest and the next one is up like that. Yeah. So if you don't like to go too far back, if that feels a bit kind of scary or not comfortable, you can incline your bolster a little higher up. Yeah. This is restorative, so we're not trying to hold anything here. We just want this to be really relaxing. So feeling like we're really held. So a few other props for us. We're going to keep cushions handy, one either side of us. These are for our hands. You can also elevate these cushions, so the more support if there's a strain on the shoulder. We're going to be in this one for quite a long time, so it is worth taking the time to set it up. So I will often have an extra blanket under the bottom. We get some sensitivity. We've got double mats in the room, but we might have some sensitivity on the sitting bones when we're there for like 5-10 minutes. So we want that. And then the last couple of props that we might want to use are the other blanket and cushion, just wedging in. So you can use whatever you have just to wedge there. Now, as long as you take the feet away, closer in, it's really up to you. And then the sandbag might feel nice on your feet. You might also want the sandbag on your chest or your lower belly. Yeah, so that's totally up to you. As you come back, just think about these props here, whether they're supporting your thigh or your shin bone. It doesn't really matter. We just want to make sure that there's no strain, there's no pulling, and that the body feels held. If you have an eye pillow, so I'm just going to come around in the room and make sure that you have everything you need. I'm going to give you an eye pillow. It's there for you, darling, if you want to use it. It's completely up to you. Yeah. So this room is quite bright today. It's sunny out there. Using the eye pillow will help to promote the feeling of relaxation. Yeah, so if you have a light scarf or a sleeve. And again, I'm going to turn the sound of the bowls up. I'm going to be quiet. And we have a lot of time here, so do make any small adjustments that you might like to make. And relax. Relax everything down now. We are resting the mind and the body. We are resting everything down. If any part of your body feels at all uncomfortable over the next few minutes, you are very welcome to make any small adjustments, taking the knees together, the legs out long, for example, if your hips start to nag. And you can also move your hands, your arms, if there's any strain or tenderness around your shoulders or your hips. This is your body, your time. And the invitation is to fully release and relax. Just stay where you are for a few more moments. Just bring the awareness back to the feeling of being held. And if there's any intuitive movement of the toes, the fingers, maybe having a stretch. And we've got a little bit more time here, so there's no rush, no hurry. You might explore deepening your breath. You might stay exactly where you are for a few more moments. And this is our restorative practice, so be very gentle when you come out. You might choose to take your hands maybe around your body. If your knees were apart, you bring the knees together again and flex and point the toes. Stay inside your body with any feedback that you get from changing shape. SYRN is about listening in to the subtle messages that your muscles, your bones, your body is giving you. Subtle energy is how we feel. So we're coming now to Yoga Nidra. The Yoga Nidra practice, something that's been part of my life for over 20 years now, a practice that I come back to all the time to put back what life takes out. So things can be challenging, dealing with life, other people, it can all be a lot, and we can't control what the world around us is doing, we can't control what other people do, but we can take care of ourselves. So in this one, we want to be in the most comfortable reclining position as possible. So I'm going to show you a few options. You might have the support that you've still got for your hands. Yeah, that might stay there. And the bolster can come to the back of the knees. You'll probably want your eye pillow for this to take out the light. That will signal to the brain to switch off. And I know lots of us are very warm, so there's a good chance the idea of a blanket might not be very appealing. But if you are practicing at home, or maybe it's not very warm where you are, the blanket is also that containing of energy. So even if you have something very light, as we will be still for 20 minutes, you might start to run cold. So if you're somebody who feels the cold, or you want to find that little snuggling in containment, then do use a blanket over you. And if you don't have what you need in the room, I can bring it to you. I'll just get you an extra pillow. Yeah, so these ones are quite good for the head. Yeah, the fat one's quite good to support the head. And have something, maybe a little bit of pressure on the tummy. Have the sandbag on your belly, or if you're at home, see if you can encourage your cats to come and snuggle in. Again, that feeling, perhaps the eye pillow, perhaps the cushions supporting elbows. And if it feels like there's quite a lot of faff to find this comfort, let's just have a little reminder that you are worth it. You are worth taking the time to really be comfortable in this practice. So I'm going to remain seated. I'm watching over you. If you're in the room, I can bring you a blanket if you run cold. I can also help support you if lying on your back is not quite right today. And as we come into the practice of Yoga Nidra, we will remind ourselves of our sankalpa, that seed intention in the present tense that you did at the beginning of the practice. Hear yourself clearly now repeat that again in your head 3 more times. As we go into the practice of Yoga Nidra, you will hear me mention the parts of the body will rotate around, and it's very normal when you hear a part of the body to have a little twitch or a little bit of awareness there. That's okay. We focus our attention. If you drift in and out of attention, that's okay. If you drift in and out of being awake and being asleep, that liminal state, that's perfect. We are going to bring our attention down, all the way down to your left foot and the sole of your left foot. You're going to bring your awareness to your left big toe, all of your attention down there to the big toe of your left foot. And you're aware of your left big toe. Focus all of your attention there. And then bring your awareness to the next toe along on your left foot. And then the next toe, and now the little toe of your left foot. Bring all of your attention there. Move your awareness back up your left leg to the sole of the foot, the top of the foot, and the left ankle up the calf muscle, the shin bone to the back of your left knee. Soften and relax all around your left kneecap. Relax your left thigh, bone of the thigh, the muscles of your left thigh. Relax the left hip and the left side of your waist. Feel the whole of the left side of you sink down, release, and let go. Bring your awareness from the whole of the left leg to the left side of your torso, your rib cage, up to the armpit and the left shoulder. Relax your left shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, palm of the hand, back of the hand, left thumb, the index finger of the left hand, the middle finger, the fourth finger, and the little finger. All of the fingers and thumb on the left hand, the whole of the left arm, from the elbow down to the wrist and the hand, from the fingertips to the knuckles of the fingertips, the palm, the wrist, the elbow, all the way up to the shoulder. Feel the whole of your left shoulder, arm and hand relax. Feel the left side of the body grow heavy on the ground. The whole of the left side of your body now sinking down into the floor. A feeling of heaviness. A feeling on the whole of the left side of your body that you can release and let go. As you bring your awareness back up to the left shoulder and up the left collarbone, to the left side of the neck and the left side of your jaw. Focus your attention now Focus all of your attention on your left cheek, left ear, left eye, eyebrow, left side of the forehead, whole of the left side of the face, left cheek, left side of the nose, the left side of your mouth, the whole of the left side of your face, down to your chin, your mouth, lips, tongue, teeth, roof of the mouth, top lip, the space between your mouth and your nose, tip of your nose, bridge of the nose, space in the middle of your forehead, in between your eyebrows. Bring all of your attention here to the space in the middle of the forehead. There is a light here that you can picture, a radiant light in the middle of your face, from the space in the middle of your forehead up to the crown of your head. The light there glows bright in all directions, and emanating radiant light from the middle of your forehead, shining up, shining out, beautiful bright light. As you move your attention now to the right side of your face, your right eyebrow and eye, the right side of your nose, your right cheek, your right ear, down the right side of your jaw and the neck to the right collarbone and the top of the right shoulder. Relax your right shoulder. Feel the arm heavy. Relax from the shoulder to the elbow, the forearm, the wrist, and the palm of the right hand, back of the hand, right thumb, the right index finger, middle finger, fourth finger, the little finger of the right hand. Bring all of your attention there, down to the little finger of your right hand. Go into some detail now, the fingernail, the little knuckles, the knuckle at the base of the little finger where it meets your hand, the other knuckles of your fingers on your right hand, your thumb, the palm of the hand, the back of the hand, all of the fingers and the thumb. Move your attention back from the right wrist up to the elbow, from the right elbow to the shoulder, top of the shoulder, shoulder blade. Feel the heaviness in the whole of your right arm, as if that right arm now is sinking into the ground. It's so heavy and relaxed. Feel the whole right side of you, the face, the arm, the hand, the fingers, the thumb, sinking down now. As you move your attention to the right side of your chest and the back of your right shoulder blade, down the rib cage to the waist, to the right hip and your lower back. Relax down through your back and your hip. Bring your attention down the right thigh bone to the right knee, the kneecap, the back of the knee, the lower part of your right leg, the calf muscle, the shin bone, the right ankle, top of the foot, heel, sole of the foot. All of your attention now goes to the big toe of your right foot. Take all of your attention there, down to the big toe of your right foot. Keep all of your attention on that right foot, the big toe. Bring all of your awareness there. And then move your attention to the other toes on the right foot, the second toe, third, 4 little toe, all of the toes on the right foot, sole of the right foot, top of the foot, ankle, leg, knee, up to hip, hip up to shoulder, shoulder down to elbow, wrist, hand. And up the side of your face, you feel now that whole right side of your face and the whole right side of your body heavy, sinking down. Heavy on the floor as you feel that whole right side let go. You are aware of the rising and the falling of your breath. You are aware now at the back of your body of the feeling of your whole body sinking down. Your heels are sinking down. The backs of your legs are heavy on the floor. The back of the knees, the back of the thighs, your lower back, middle of your back, the upper back, back of the shoulders, back of the arms and the hands. Feel the back of your head and the whole of the back of your body sinking down, letting go. You're aware that we are in the practice of Yoga Nidra and that your whole body is heavy. You are aware of heaviness. You allow yourself to sink down. You are aware of heaviness and a feeling of sinking down. You are aware of being totally relaxed. You are aware of heaviness and also lightness. Light, twinkling stars, golden yellow sunshine, a red square, a blue diamond shape, green fields, purple flowers, a white butterfly, a black cat, an orange, snow on mountain tops, a rocking chair, a sailing boat, the sound of children playing, the sound of wind in the trees. You are aware of a feeling in your body of heaviness. You are aware of a feeling in your body of lightness. At the same time, you can feel that you are heavy. At the same time, you can feel that you are light. practice of Yoga Nidra is now shifting into some gentle movement, calling yourself back into the present moment very gently, very slowly. There is no rush. You can wiggle your toes, your fingers. You might have a yawn and a stretch. Move out to the side. And we've got a few moments here, so you've got time to perhaps hug the knees in, maybe roll onto your side and snuggle in there for a few moments. As you roll to your side, your eye pillow might slide off. That's okay. You can keep your eyes closed for a little bit longer. You're aware of light, your eyelids, colours and shapes. And we want to come out slowly, gently. If we're very tired, sometimes it can be a quite tricky thing to come out of Yoga Nidra. So give yourself patience, grace, no rush. And if you're in the room, as this is a lunchtime class for us, we do want to just make sure that we are awake before we go and cross the road or drive a car. So we'll do a few little movements now, taking the hands out, flashing the fingertips, looking to the left and looking to the right. Yeah. And then stretch the arms up overhead. Take the hands down. Remind yourself with your thumbs at your third eye of your simple mantra. Repeat it again 3 more times. A gesture of gratitude for your inner teacher, for your intuition. Let's interlace the fingers now and take the palms forward. And then maybe a little bit of movement here, a little side stretch. Another yawn might come in, that's okay. Lift the arms above the head, gently twist around to one side. Slowly come back up to the center, be very gentle with your neck, turn to the other side. Yeah, lovely. And then the last little thing, that flash of the fingers, you can have a little shake if you like, just get a little bit of movement back, yeah. And then move your tongue in between your teeth. Yeah. And sometimes when we do this, we're stimulating the digestive pathway, so sometimes your stomach will gurgle, then it's time for lunch. So thank you everyone. I finished on time. I know some of you do this class in your lunch break, so always grateful from my heart to yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you.